Excellent.
Hey everyone, this is Melissa Ray. I am joined with Randy Ray, my daddy. We are in our favorite place. This is what we call our laughing place, the mountains. And I feel honored to be here with him. As you know, most of you know, he wrote a book about his life story and how he got to where he's at now in life. So Dad, why did you write Mud Pies to Blue Skies?
Well, first of all, I had so many people saying, "Where did you grow up? How did you grow up?" And they must have thought that I grew up in a well preserved home that had lots of money in the family. But actually, I grew up very poor, and people made a lot of fun of me and stuff. But I never let that stop me because deep down inside, I always believed that I could accomplish anything as long as God would direct me. So I felt very comfortable about that. So as a matter of fact, when I left home, I've had people say to me, "Well, weren't you afraid to leave?" And I said, "No," because I said in the scriptures it says to you that He would never forsake me nor leave me, and He never has in all these years. So from that, I went out and I did everything that I have done over the years, and I think because of His blessings and. So this was a great opportunity to do that, and so the book was an attempt to write my life's history up to this point.
Yeah, and it's been published in lots of different languages around the world, and so people who know you or have met you can know a little bit more about that. And even as a kid, you were always telling me I could do anything I set my mind to, and it was all about mindset, and that there was no obstacle too great or too difficult that I couldn't accomplish. And because I've watched you at lots of events and I've heard you tell your story again and again, I want to preserve your legacy because that's what this is all about. And when we put something in words like this, they maintain the legacy. And so to honor you, but to also address the younger generation, because if they need it at any time in history, it's now that their mindset has to be right. So last year, you and I did the fence post, and that was the story about the power of our actions and why they matter. And so just a little bit about that story.
Well, actually, the incident happened at school, and I whooped this kid, and he cried, and I got a spanking, and I had to go home and tell my dad, and my dad was pretty upset. He said, "You know better than that. That's not what I've taught you to do and how I want you to handle your actions and other people." So he made me go back and apologize, and he said that if I apologized, then I could go back and I could undo what he had me do, and that was put this nail in this fence post. And when I did that, and I did apologize, I went back and pulled it out, and it was the biggest lesson I think I'd learned at that point in my life, is that so you can go back and tell somebody, "I'm really sorry I did that or said that," but the reality is that you can never take away what actually happened and what the feelings are. In this case, it was because my dad said, "Okay, now you pulled it out, you apologized, that's good. Now what's left in that fence post?" I said, it's kind of silly in my mind. I thought, well, it's a hole. He said, "That's right, it's a hole." Now, you can apologize to someone for something you do to them or say about them, but you will never really take away what you did. So choose your words carefully. And that was one of the most powerful lessons I think I had learned at that point.
Yeah. And like Mud Pies, because you have friends all over the world, and I do too, we put it out in Spanish. So El Poste de la Cerca is for our Spanish-speaking friends. And thank you so much for already purchasing these books. You can get them on Amazon. But we have a great big announcement.
Ta-da!
When we wrote the children's books about Randy Ray's life and how he came to be who he is, we talked about the power of what we believe, what we say, what we do, and what we think. And so there's 4 books in the series. The second book in the series is True Friends. Now, of course, this is just a mock-up. This is like a teaser. You can go ahead and pre-order on Amazon. It's called True Friends. You can count your true friends on your thumbs. And if you think about that, how many thumbs do we have?
2.
2. So you can go your whole life and maybe only have 2 really good friends. And again, Grandpa, your dad, taught you a lesson about...
He said that in life you're going to meet a lot of people that are going to be considered your friend. But remember that true friends are someone who is not just a fair weather friend, that as long as everything is going well, they're your friend. Mm-hmm. But as soon as the first time that you have any problems, they're gone. You don't know what happened to them. Where did all my friends go?
Yeah.
Those are fair weather friends. But the people that will stick through you through thick and thin are the ones that you can count. And at the end of life, you can count those people on your thumbs, which means you only have 2 thumbs.
Yeah. And you've had plenty of ups and downs where you've had money, you didn't have money. But the nice thing about you, and I'm lucky that you're my dad, is that you've always been generous, because we can't take it with us when we go.
Wait. Yeah, okay.
Can we take it with us when we go?
No, you can't.
No. So it's kind of a proving ground for those friends. They like to be around you when you've got plenty, but will they stay with you? And in this book, we talk about that childhood experience where you learned about fair weather friends, and you had a decision to make when you knew who they were, and that was to love them anyway. And I think people will really enjoy this book. These are all delightfully illustrated in the keeping with Appalachia, and that's where we're at. We're in the Appalachian Mountains, and it's to honor you and to continue to leave a legacy. And I think not only children but adults will enjoy it. And I recommend reading all of them, of course, because it's talking about this man right here and how he has touched thousands, tens of thousands of lives. And I just hope the book comes out officially the 30th of August. The Spanish version is coming too, but we'll have another update on that one. So if you would, go over to Amazon and you can find all of these books. And leave us some thoughts, some love, and some messages in the comments. Thank you so much. Dad, thanks for our time together. I love you.
I thank you, and I couldn't have thought of a more pleasant place, more pleasant place than sitting on the porch on top of the Smoky Mountains.
Yeah,
So,
it's gorgeous here.
Yeah, it's lovely.